Hey everybody, it's Kevin Wadsworth from NorthStarBadCharts.com, and I'm here today to just talk to you about what NorthStarBadCharts.com is and how we might be able to help you. So without any further ado, I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to start screen sharing so that you can see this little presentation that I put together for you. So yeah, NorthStarBadCharts.com is a website, unsurprisingly. And if you've not been there and visited it, this is what we're going to talk about and just explain to you what the website is set up to do. So the first thing is just to talk about who we are, then what it is that we do and how it is that we can help you. So in terms of who we are, the image on the left-hand side there is my friend and sorry, the image on the left is me and the image on the right is my friend and business partner, Patrick Karim. Now, Patrick Karim, his family hail from the Lebanon, and I believe that's an image of them in the top right-hand corner there. I've stolen these images from a presentation that we did a while back. He lives in Canada, in Montreal, Quebec, and there's an image there of his young family there. So Patrick's background is in computing, computer programming, in fact, and Patrick has a very analytical mind. You'll probably have spotted that from his tweets and his posts on social media, and our website members will certainly have picked up on that. Patrick has a very out of the box way of thinking and looking at things, and is incredibly good at problem solving and at analysing issues from every angle, every conceivable angle. So yeah, Patrick's had many years in the computing and programming field of work. For myself, my background lies in meteorology. I have had 34 years as a qualified meteorologist, working with a variety of customers, principally the military, actually, and the Royal Air Force, and providing detailed analysis of the atmosphere for their training missions across the United Kingdom. So that involves, analysing the atmosphere in 3 dimensions using model simulations of the atmosphere and predicting the future. And that's the key point there, 34 years predicting the future. And in the sort of last decade or so of my career, particularly with regard to emergency response, which involves risk analysis and analysing likelihood and probability of given severe events. And then communicating that to the people that need to take avoiding action and to prepare the community for those severe and damaging events. There's an image there on the bottom left-hand corner of myself training the meteorologists out in East Africa. That would have been either Rwanda or Ethiopia. And a couple of images are there of where I live, which is in northeast England in the United Kingdom, with lots of nice countryside and beaches there. Anyway, that's by the by, really. More importantly for you is, what do we do? Well, trying to put it into a sentence: data-driven, evidence-based technical analysis of investment vehicles using a wide range of scientific analysis techniques to eliminate bias and cut through narratives. You could shorten that to performing analysis to eliminate bias. So we can analyze technically and scientifically the data of what we've called their investment vehicles, which just means stock markets, currencies, gold, silver, uranium, platinum, base metals, any kind of cryptocurrencies, all that sort of stuff. Anything that has a price history and a price chart can be analyzed using the techniques that we use, the scientific techniques that we use. How can it help you? Well, the best way to explain how it can help you is just to use a few examples and for you to ask yourself in your mind if this would have been useful to you in the past. So here's one example, which was the price of gold several years ago when it was less than $1,300 an ounce. And using these analysis techniques, we forecast a pullback and then a very strong move up towards the previous high, around about $2,000. And we did this using recognition of cycle behavior, cycle pattern analysis, pivot lines, support and resistance lines, all sorts of technical indicators. And you learn, I mean, I don't want you to get too hung up on these techniques because you can learn them. If you're really interested, you can learn them on our website. And we do teach on the website as well. So you can gradually pick up these techniques, but you don't need to know them because we do it for you. So Pat and I will do all the analysis, present the evidence to you, and then you can make your trading and investing decisions based on that, and also a lot more, which I'll explain a little bit later on. Again, you know, when this is gold again, when we were at around about $1,500 an ounce, and one of the things that we do for our members is to produce roadmaps of gold, silver, platinum, uranium, cryptocurrencies, the stock markets, the S&P, NASDAQ, US dollar, you know, the euro, all these kind of things. We produce roadmap charts, and this is the roadmap chart that was produced back in 2019 for gold. And you can see that using the technical analysis techniques, we predicted a pullback to support, then a move up, then another little pullback, then another move up, and then a consolidation period that would take a number of years, pulling back in a general sort of downwards direction between 2020, 21 and through 2022. And you can see that this is effectively, you know, what it's exactly what happened actually. And you can see the chart on the lower right-hand corner that showed how price did do that, and then it broke out as expected. We didn't know why it was going to break out when we produced the chart in 2019, but it turned out it was the Russian invasion of Ukraine that took the price back up to new all-time highs, actually 2075, I think it was, nominal new highs, I believe we had there. So this form of technical analysis that we're using brings together a lot of evidence, and what it does is it presents the most likely outcome whilst acknowledging that lower probability outcomes are there. And the important thing about having a roadmap is that if and when you start to diverge from the roadmap and move in a different direction, it's a little bit like following a map. If you wander off the path, but you've got a map and compass, you can plot a new route. Now, without technical analysis and without these roadmaps and technical analysis, you can't do that. That's why it's so important. Would this have been useful to you? This is the price of silver when it was at around about $27 an ounce. And we use these technical analysis techniques to show that silver was very likely to pull back all the way to sort of just over $17. And you can see the black arrow on the chart there. And there's the Twitter link to show you that this is the chart that we did in real time that went out a couple of years ago. And of course, what happened? The price of silver pulled back. It came back down to $17.55 in August of 2022. So it's not all about, you know, taking a chart and then drawing an arrow that points to the top right-hand corner saying gold is going to go up, silver is going to go up, Bitcoin is going to go up. It's not about that. It's about analyzing where you are in the big picture, whether you're oversold, overbought, what the technical indicators are saying, where the support resistance levels are, where you are in the cycle, because things move cyclically due to investment cycles. So, and here we've got the CCI indicator. Again, don't get hung up on what the indicators are and what they mean, because myself and Patrick do all of this hard work for you and present the charts. And there are thousands of charts now on the website covering every investment you can possibly think of. Now, would this have been useful to you? This is our forecast for Litecoin, and this was Litecoin back in 2021 when it was $170 an ounce, and our forecast said that $400 was possible, probable, likely by May or June of that same year. Why? Because we've got a target zone there. We've got all of the bullish price action that was in play at the time, and reaching the target zone was the ultimate forecast. And of course, we hit $413 in May. So the suggestion of $400 in May or June was exactly what happened. Would it have been useful if you're into cryptocurrencies to have known when Bitcoin was at $42,000 that we were calling for an end to the bull market and saying that this was not a market that we wanted to be in? So Bitcoin at $42,000 gave us all of the technical indications that we needed, and they're not all shown on this chart. This is a very simplified version of, you know, it's a way of getting the information across to our members in a way that isn't too confusing. All of the hard work and all of the complicated lines and drawings and analysis is done in the background. It's done on our computers, it's done on computer screens. Sometimes we show a lot of the detailed calculations. Sometimes we put a simplified version here to try and make it very easy for everybody to understand. So this was a simplified chart, just basically saying, and you can see the tweet there, put this one out on Twitter after the event, telling people, you know, that this is what we had predicted, this is what we had suggested, and of course it's turned out to be very useful advice, of course, because you know, Bitcoin come all the way down so far to less than $16,000, so huge drop of must be approaching 80% now. And this roadmap for Bitcoin you've probably seen on Twitter. It's been I put it out a lot on Twitter, and it was originally issued, this version of it was issued in early May of 2022, when we were at the yellow circle there. Now this particular chart shows more of the detailed analysis that's gone on, and it shows the bearish rising wedge, it shows the smaller bearish rising wedge. Bearish just means it's likely to resolve to the downside, so Bitcoin is likely to drop. When you have a bearish pattern, it's setting up for a drop. You've got the 30-week moving average on there, that's the green line. You've got the wake up line, you've got the support zones, those two red horizontal zones across the chart there, and you've got the volume support on the chart there, and you've also got the stochastic indicator at the bottom. That's the wavy sort of blue and orange line at the very bottom that shows boxes 1 to 9 and how the corresponding behavior of the stochastic indicator relates to the price behavior. So this is a little bit more of a complex chart, and it tries to visually present the information in a way that's visually appealing, but also contains quite a lot of the scientific analysis and data, because I know a lot of people do appreciate that. So anyway, long story short, when price was breaking down at the yellow circle, we projected a likely move to the orange circle and a likely move to the red circle, and then possibly, although with a lower probability, a move down into the what some people have called the Death Star, which is the grey circle there in box number 9, which could be anywhere from I don't know, $8 to $14,000, with an average target of somewhere around $10,000 or $12,000. So, and that's where we're hovering in box number 9 now, you know, with a significant threat of that move unfolding. So would it have been useful for you to have had this information? You know, if you're asking yourself these questions and you're thinking, yes, it would have been useful, then, you know, pay us a visit. We're at NorthStarBadCharts.com, myself and Patrick, and we've got obviously a Black Friday offer on at the moment. It'd be rude not to. And in fact, we've had this offer on throughout the month. And so we're offering a 50% lifetime discount. So if you join by the end of November, you will never pay more than the fee that you sign up for. So you get membership at half price, and that price that you're paying will never ever go up as long as you remain with us. What do you get? Well, you get chart requests, charts and commentary. Well, chart requests, you know, as a member, you can ask us for your, you know, what it is that you want analysed, and we will respond to the ones that get the most votes. Lots of charts and commentary on the website, obviously thousands of those. Myself and Patrick post, you know, probably 20 times as many charts on the website as we do on social media, and the ones that go on social media tend to be somewhat more generalized, but the charts that go on the website are much more detailed. We have discussion sections. You can track your favorites, so whatever market is you're interested in, you can track your particular favorites, and you can favorite the articles. You can subscribe to categories, so if you're just interested in gold and silver and you don't want to know about cryptocurrencies, you can subscribe to gold and silver, precious metals, and every time we do a post, that will turn up in your email inbox. So you don't even need to look at the website if you don't want to. You can just look at the articles as they get emailed out to you. We use very careful risk and money management protocols. We've spoken a lot about this on social media, and any member that signs up and decides to follow our trades will know right from the outset what the risk is and what the reward is, in terms of if all of our trades go wrong, how much of your net asset value would be wiped out, and if all of our trades succeed, how much will you increase your net asset value by. All that information is transparently available on our website. It's actually publicly available as well on the website. We issue many podcast reviews on everything from cryptocurrency to precious metals to end of week market roundups that cover all sectors, including the stock markets and precious metals, base metals, currencies, and much more, cryptocurrencies as well, of course. So all of those are covered for our members. We also have a learning center where we put podcast videos and articles so that you can learn the techniques that we're talking about. There's a heat map, which we've spoken about a lot recently, which in a one visualization shows which sectors and which investment vehicles, if you want to call them that, be it the stock market or precious metals or cryptocurrencies or uranium or base metals, which of those are outperforming the rest in terms of where they are in relation to their moving averages. Trade Tracker, this is where we put our stock picks, and they come with entries and exits and with all the details in there: entry date, exit date, risk, reward, all that kind of information. Detailed information is in the Trade Tracker, and at the moment I think we have over 30 trades in play at the moment. We have a performance dashboard that shows how our trades are going, and I think our performance at the moment is approximately 15% downside and 85% upside. So what I'm saying there is that our gains outweigh our losses by a factor of 8.5 to 1.5 at the moment, 85% to 15%. So that's all there in the performance dashboard, and it's updated live. We have live charts as well. So as a member, you get over 200 live charts with our technical analysis comments, our lines, our support and resistance lines, and all our commentary on over 200 charts. And we have a quarterly live stream Q&A for all members. So if you want to talk to us live in person, then you get to do that every 3 months, and you bring your questions, your charts, all your comments to the live stream Q&A. So that is all there for you. And finally, a word about precious metals and cryptocurrencies, and that word is Kinesis. We're very proudly partnered with Kinesis, and they provide a very elegant solution to the ownership and storage issues of precious metals with very low fees and incredibly low transfer costs if you want to convert from gold to silver and back again and take advantage of the gold to silver ratio breaking out or breaking down. And also with cryptocurrencies, there have been so many issues lately with exchanges basically going bankrupt and everybody losing their money. Well, the solution with Kinesis is far more elegant than that, and it's far more secure. And myself and Patrick are very happy to stand by Kinesis. So I would recommend that you take a look at their website if you're thinking about entering or using the market in precious metals or cryptocurrencies. Check out Kinesis. I'm going to put their details in a link at the bottom because I really am impressed by what it is that they're doing and what they're achieving over there at Kinesis. So yeah, the link will go down into the bottom of this podcast video. Have a look at that, and by all means, just see what you think. But I can't recommend them highly enough. So good stuff. So thank you for watching and listening. We really do appreciate it. I hope you found some of this information useful. As I say, we want to get as many people on board as we possibly can, because we're very passionate about what we do, and we want to spread the word, and we want to help people avoid some of the traps that they fall into, which is particularly around bias and following narratives. People get sort of stuck on a particular story, and they insist for month after month after month after month that that particular narrative is great. And cryptocurrencies is an example of that. There would have been no need to take these huge losses in cryptocurrencies, even though the big accounts, social media accounts, are saying dollar cost average down, all the way down, buy the dip, all that kind of stuff. And all the time, you're losing another 10%, another 10%, another 10% before you know where you are, you're 80 or 90% down on your original investment. There's no need to do that. Completely unnecessary. You can use our technical analysis techniques to completely cut that out. So yeah, thanks for watching and listening. As I say, we really do appreciate it, and we look forward to speaking to you all very again soon, and hopefully chatting to you over at the website. That's it from me. Bye bye for now.